Hey there, so I'm Robert, and you're watching Dark Raven Wargaming. And today I'll be showing a few simple accessories to make your war machines look more interesting. So straight to the point, I'm talking about cannonballs, volley gun bullets, bolts for ballistas, and lastly boulders for a trebuchet. So the first accessory is a cannonball for an Empire cannon. But of course it works just as well for any other cannon or mortar with a similar barrel size. And the material is actually mixing balls. And these ones are from Army Painter with the size of 5.5mm. And I made two different paint schemes since I wasn't sure what would fit my cannon best. So first we have the copperish color you see on the base, and then secondly the more traditional iron color you see in front. Now obviously you'll want to match the paint scheme of your own cannon, but there's probably a good chances one of these will fit if you need a paint scheme. And here they are in the kitchen without studio lights, both so you can see them closer and without as much reflection. So for method, I first attached them on a toilet roll using sticky tack. And then I sprayed them black so the rest of the layers would stick. After that, I painted Hashut Copper, then Agrax Earthshade, and lastly, a slightly watered down Nuln Oil. Then for the iron scheme, I sprayed black again, then Leadbelcher, and lastly 2 layers of, you guessed it, Nuln Oil again. And this second one does look better generally, but I'm still leaning towards the copper ones for me, because my cannon have lots of metal already, and I want them to stand out more. Now, I haven't glued them on, since this base is only temporary. But basically, I'll just superglue them exactly where the tack was, so the unpainted spot isn't visible. The next tip is a variation of the first, and this one is for like volley guns and mortars. So basically, any other size of balls or bullets that you need. So what you're looking for is often called stainless steel balls. And for example, you can find them on AliExpress as shown here. Now this seller, for example, have lots of different sizes. So just measure the barrel or whatever else you're looking to accessorize, and then follow the same steps as shown for the cannonballs. For example, there's lots of alternatives between 1 and 2mm, which fit various volley guns. So I'm planning to buy a bunch for mine, and then put in a barrel or something. So to be clear, I haven't purchased from the seller yet, but I picked them because they have lots of reviews, and a vast majority positive. Then for another alternative, I found this giant set on Amazon, also with many good reviews. And this one basically have all the sizes you could need. So that might be a good option if you have many war machines. Although, if you're lucky and have a hardware store near, they might have it as well. And if not that, you can also try a bike store and go with ball bearings instead. Now granted, most of them are too big, but I did find one size around 1 centimeter, which fit my mortar from Highland perfectly, in case you have a similar one. And my friend, who has an original Empire mortar, says the barrel size is like the cannon, just shorter. So if that's the case, you can go with the first tip. And then the second tip is an iron bolt for ballistas or bolt throwers. And this right here is my Nightwatch Scorpion that I will use for KOE. So I have one bolt in the chamber, or whatever you call it, and then the rest of them is in a barrel that I found in a bits box. And the whole setup is so easy, yet it looked pretty good, I think at least. So what I did is take a bunch of toothpicks, and then I cut them in the length I wanted. And for mine, I made them 4.5 centimeters, which was slightly longer than the barrel. Now for method, I once again went with sticky tack, and I first put them on a piece of cardboard. After that, I painted the same 3 steps from the second cannonball, which is Chaos Black, Leadbelcher, and Nuln Oil. Then after, I just turned them around and painted the bottom with the same steps. Now obviously this is a bit unnecessary if they're gonna stand bottom down, but I thought I might as well just in case I change my mind. Now lastly we have a boulder for a trebuchet or catapult. And here you have my old metal trebuchet either for Betonia or KOE. So for material this time I took a wall tile that I had left from a previous project. And then I just smashed it to pieces with a hammer. And then after this I took a screwdriver on fitting pieces and started forming them so it then looked about the same size as the rock in the sling. Or at least I thought so then. But looking at them now, they might be on the edge of too big. So maybe I will revisit them later on. But anyways, besides that, I also made one slightly bigger piece and put it next to the guy with the pickaxe, so it looks like he's working on it, which I thought was a really cool idea. And lastly, if anyone is interested in the paint scheme, I started with black primer, then Mechanicus standard grey, after that Vallejo dark grey wash, and then lastly I dry brushed it with Administratum grey. So that's it for this video, but feel free to share more tips of your own in the comments. Thanks for watching and take care.